How's it going there, guys? Welcome back to another video. Um, I hope you're doing good. In this video, I want to do a video on astral projection techniques. I don't think I've done a video on techniques in like what, a few weeks or a month or so. I can't really remember. But so this today in today's upload, I wanted to explain an easier uh, OBE technique, astral projection technique, something that most people I think can practice, uh, pretty easily. And after you do it for a few days in a row, at least 3 days in a row, guys. If you want to have these experiences, if you want to experience out-of-body experiences, or at least semi-out-of-body experiences, you have to approach these things when you solidify your practice and how you want to set your intentions and everything throughout the day leading up to your astral projection techniques. You have to be consistent with it. Consistency, the more consistent you are, the more results you'll see. And especially if you do something like 3 days in a row at least, that second or third day, you're going to see some kind of results from it. So this technique that I'm going to describe to you is a perfect example of something that you want to try for at least 3 days in a row to really see some kind of result from. Um, you know, don't eat anything. Like, let's say you're going to sleep like at midnight, right? So just don't have dinner past, like, let's say 6 o'clock. Give your body at least 6 hours to process and digest your meal, your dinner you had, let's say around 6 o'clock. So by midnight, of course, this is just all an example of different times and things. And so let's say at midnight, most of the food has been processed and is digested. Because you want to keep reserve all of your energies possible before going to sleep, and then leading up to doing the technique. Okay, and there's a lot of other things you can do too to prime yourself. Practices throughout the day. You could do really small little mini meditations that are just like a few minutes, a 1 minute, 2-3 minute meditations where you're just uplifting your mood, giving thoughts of gratitude to things in your life. Just doing things that are going to kind of give you a positive vibrational frequency or raising your frequency. So kind of incorporating that during the day too before trying this technique. Set your alarm. So you go to bed at, let's say, midnight, 6 hours after you've had your dinner meal, and set your alarm for like 4:30. So get about 4.5 hours of sleep, decent amount of sleep. And then at 4:30, make sure to get out of bed. Don't lay down. Get up. Walk around your room. Walk down the hallway. Go down to the kitchen. Do whatever. Have a little water. Use the restroom. All those kinds of things. Really wake yourself up for a bit, like for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And then after about 15 minutes, and no screens, like don't be watching videos on YouTube, and don't be doing social media. Just don't do any screens, TVs, none of that. After 15 minutes of just kind of waking yourself up, go back to your bed. And I do recommend laying on your back. It seems like energies are flowing, and sleep paralysis, at least for me, works faster, easier when I'm just laying flat down on my back. The more vertical the back of my head and neck is with my back and everything, the more vertical I am as I'm laying down, the better. And so just do some breathing, start relaxing your muscles, start falling into kind of somewhat of a decent sleep paralysis kind of state. And then this is when you want to try the technique. Okay, so this technique is called rhythmic swinging. There's been different you know, ways to describe it. But in this video, probably in the title, I'm going to put somewhere in there rhythmic swinging as part of the technique. So what you want to do is you're laying on your back, okay, and now just with your mind, that's about it. Just your mind, your thoughts. Just imagine slash visualize, then slash you'll be feeling it and sensing it like really. Imagine your physical body. You're focusing on just your body right now, not your energy bodies. And imagine your body all of a sudden is starting to swing just a little in one direction. So let's just say to your right side. So to your right side, it just swings a little bit, just barely anything, like an inch, half an inch, barely. And then swing it the opposite direction to your left side, okay? And go an inch or half an inch or whatnot, to the left away from your physical body. But at this time, like I said, you are just in that relaxed state, kind of a meditative state. You're totally awake and aware. You can, sense and feel your body really well still. You're not completely in sleep paralysis. And continue the rhythm, the timing of this swing. Okay, so if you're going to the right, just an inch, and then you're going to the left, an inch away from the left side of your body, find your timing, your rhythm with it. That is the most important part of this technique. It's not about how far you can swing. It's about swinging left to right, but doing it in a rhythmic pattern. And so as you start to do this with your visualization, just your mind, and you are swinging your body to the right and then to the left, start to increase the amount of swing going to the right and left. Okay, so same rhythm and timing, but you're just increasing the swing. And so you do this for a couple minutes, few minutes or so. And then when you feel like the time is right, then just like I guess you could say visualize yourself, your human body, just becoming still. Like it's not swinging anymore in the rhythmic pattern. It's now just centered and just in stillness where it's laying down in bed. So if you do it right, what will happen is you'll all of a sudden be focused on your physical body being still, but you should still feel an energetic motion that's still swinging right to left in basically essentially the same rhythmic pattern as you initiated. So here's the thing. So at that time, if you are sensing and feeling the weight and the movement within the air, and it's going in the same pattern, then that is your energy body. So essentially, this technique, what it's doing is it's engaging your energy body to get into a certain pattern or rhythm or motion or swing, and then you are, like I said, you make your physical body then just in stillness, and you're still feeling that, right? So when you can literally feel and sense that energy body moving in the rhythm, that's when you want to take your meditation then to the next phase. And then you just get into more deeper rhythmic breathing, and the sleep paralysis will start to intensify. The vibrations in many cases. Sometimes we don't feel a lot of vibrations with this stuff, but a lot of times we do. It's part of the process. A vibrational state is essentially kicking in at this time too. And so once you've honed in your consciousness and you're starting to connect and integrate into the energy body in the rhythmic swing, you'll notice that you'll continue to be then in control of your energy body. And then this is where the trick to this is to where you start to manipulate that energy through your consciousness. So your body's kind of falling asleep, and it's kind of getting a sleep paralysis and rhythmic breathing and all this stuff, but you're totally still awake with consciousness. Your consciousness awake. And you're focusing on this other phase now. Because once you've engaged the energy body, and then you take control of the energy body, then you start to manipulate the energy of the energy body. That's when you are integrating your consciousness, starting to shift more so that you can take control of the experience and take control over that particular energy body so that you can shift awareness, consciousness into it, and then move away from your physical body. So I hope that made sense. I do feel like, if you're doing a practice and you're trying this, for like 3 days in a row or something like that, the second day, third day in, you're going to start to sense and feel and kind of what I'm describing. And once you start to feel it for yourself, that's when you'll kind of get your toes wet and, be diving into it, and you'll realize that what I'm saying is true. And this is a technique too that obviously other people use. It's not a secret technique by no means, but it was a technique that I accidentally just found out on my own. Like I was maybe 18 years old, maybe 19 years old, maybe 17 or 18, and I remember just laying on my back one morning after I had woken up after sleeping for 4 or 5 hours, and then I couldn't really fall asleep. It was like 5 in the morning, and I couldn't get back to sleep really well, and I was just laying there on my back. And I remember just accidentally just trying this, the idea of what I described, and then I found how I was able to start manipulating my energy body and controlling it, and it was just really perplexing to me because I didn't understand what I was doing, and I had nobody to talk to about it. But yeah, anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching the video. Talk to you soon.